Come on, Bentley, we're gonna go for a ride. We got the Electroglide, the Ninja, the E-Ride Pro, Lamborghini Huracan. But we're gonna go with the Tesla today. (2019) Tesla Model 3, Standard Range Plus. Let's go for a ride. Also can't forget the Sprinter. We still have it here, as well as the ATV Kawasaki Brute Force. What I love about this is as soon as you get in your ride, you have a full battery, basically a full tank. It's recommended that you only charge up to 80% on daily use. So that's what I have right here, 80%. And my range starts off at 223 kilometers. And we got Bentley just hanging out in the Tesla. Alright, so it's about that time that I make this video. It's 4 months now since I've owned this 2019 Tesla Model 3 Standard Range Plus. I bought it with 235,000 kilometers, and now I have a total of 253,000 kilometers. So I was waiting to get some time in the driver's seat and see how this car has performed. Buying it as a high mileage vehicle, so it was $12,000 I paid for the vehicle plus tax, came up to just under $15,000. So it's a 2019, and the car is just about 5 years old. So although it has high kilometers, which after doing my research, Elon Musk stated that these batteries are good for 480,000 kilometers to 800,000 kilometers. So a car that has, well, at least a Tesla that has 250,000 kilometers, I figure if it's made it this far, and it has that much lifespan left, then it's pretty much good to go. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the good, the bad that I went through since I've owned it. If you're looking to buy a used Tesla, the prices have dropped a lot, and for a new one like this, it comes up to around $60,000 Canadian for a new one. Buying it pre-owned, someone else takes a depreciation, and again, this is only 5 years old. The body is in good condition, it just has higher mileage. I'm not sponsored by Tesla or anything. I'm trying to sell them or whatever. I'm just giving you my take. I own a lot of vehicles. I'm a car guy. I love anything on wheels, and having this car is basically like a life hack. Number one, you don't have to pay for gas. As you can see, just walking out of my house, I have it in the charger overnight. So it's basically every time you wake up, you have a full tank of gas or a full charge. And ever since I bought this car, I've never been to the gas station, other than when I take my other cars out, but those are only for if I'm going in the van for an adventure, like some camping, or I'm taking the Lambo for a little joyride, or I'm taking one of the motorcycles. Other than that, everyday driving, this has been my daily driver. And 235,000 kilometers, already put almost 20,000 kilometers on here in 4 months. The amount of gas I've saved, last year I spent about $5,500 to $6,000 just in gas alone. This year with this Tesla, my bill has gone up, my electricity bill has gone up approximately $100 a month, more than what I usually pay. So that works out to about maybe $4 a day. Whereas if I take my car and I go to the city and back, I'm usually doing like 100 kilometers a day just by going to the city and back. and that saves me about, I'd say, $25 to $35 in gas just to go to the city and back. And now it's like $4. Now this is the standard range plus. So for me to go to the city, which is about 40 kilometers away, run my errands in the city, and then come back to my house, I leave with 80% and I still come back with 20%. And then I plug it in, and when I gotta use it again, I have a full charge and I'm ready to go. Speaking of charging, I'll talk about that a little bit later on how I charge it at my house. I like to say having a Tesla is like having the iPhone of cars. Like, you have a big iPad here basically that controls everything, your navigation, everything, touchscreen. And what car can you just hit the gear stalk twice and it just starts driving for you? So you can see it's staying in its lane, and because there's a car in front of me, we're coming to a red light, the car is stopping on its own. Yeah, this is the best for rush hour traffic. You can see here we're at a red light. Now my hand is really close to the wheel, but I'm just showing you how it's accelerating by itself. I'm not touching the gas or the brake. It's steering. And this is a construction zone, so there's pylons everywhere. And it's telling me to put a slight force to the wheel to make sure that I'm paying attention. It sees all the cars on the road. And this is driving by itself. And the self-driving feature, Autopilot, that alone is, I think, a $10,000 upgrade, $8,000 to $10,000 upgrade. And having that alone, I paid $12,000 for the car. This car is amazing. It's like my favorite car. And we're coming to a red light, and I'm not hitting the brake, and it's braking on its own. I know this is a lot of pluses about this car. I am going to talk about the negatives also. So my absolute favorite thing about this car is that it's dog friendly. I can literally take Bentley with me everywhere, and she comes with me in the Tesla. It's currently 24 degrees outside. What I'm going to do is go to the climate control, and I'm going to put this in dog mode. So dog mode enabled. So I'll be able to leave the car, and then this display will come up in the car. So if anyone sees a dog in the car, it says, "My driver will be back soon. Don't worry, the AC is on and it's 23 degrees Celsius." So I can leave her in the car, and I got her little water bowl here, and I leave her some treats, and yeah, she could just hang out in the car. And you can monitor it from the app. See, I have the app open here. I can see what the climate is inside the car. I can adjust the temperature, pushing the buttons left to right. I can see what the interior temperature is and also the exterior temperature. I can also adjust, if it's cold, I can put the heat warmers on either seat, front or back. So I got the Uber turbine rims on here. These rims that are on here, I upgraded those, and that's why it's saying tire pressure monitor system fault. I don't think that there's tire pressure monitors in there. One thing you want to look for if you're going to buy one of these is, let's see, you go to software. So you can see the kilometers I got there, 253,000. And you want to see if you have this Autopilot computer full self-driving computer 3. And if you click additional information, you can see the audio system upgrade in the vehicle. Car overall is a very nice, simple design. You basically have this big iPad here that controls everything. You got nice seating in the back. Those seats do fold down, and you got this all glass roof. And you don't have to worry about the car idling because it's not gas. You can just sit in here, and as long as you got battery, you could have it whatever temperature you want in here. You can even put it into like dog mode, like we talked about, even camp mode. So if you want to camp in here, just keep the temperature comfortable as long as you got battery. And it's so high tech. You can just direct the flow of the air wherever you want. The passenger, you can pick, if you want hotter or colder. You got your heated seats. I did wash it, and it just started raining. So, but this is the car with the 20-inch Uber turbine wheels that I put on, and they have the Pirellis. They have a 20-inch R20, 235, 35 R20, and these tires are really smooth on the road. I'm missing the tow hook cover here, and because this came from Quebec, it didn't have the front mounting, so I just zip tied it there for now. But that's how the car's looking. In the back, you do have a lot of trunk space. And you also have some space down here for more storage. Hey, Ben, do you want to come out? Want to come? Come on. Good girl? Yeah, so these back seats, they do fold down. Got a lot of space in there. Actually, one time I did put a mountain bike in here. I just put it in the trunk, opened the seats down, and a bike fit in there. It's also really good to have these rubber mats. And because you don't have an engine, you can hit that button and it opens the front. And this is where I keep all my gym stuff, my gym bag. And yeah, got a lot of space here because you don't have an engine. And honestly, this car is a pretty good condition. It just it has some paint fading on the front. It's kind of a little faded out from all the kilometers it has on it. And honestly, I think this used to be maybe an Uber car because this car is pretty much in mint condition except for the back seats. Well, behind the seats, it's kind of scratched up here. So I think the guy was taking like passengers in the back seat as Ubers do. And the only wear on the car is like on the rear passenger where you put your hand. So I'm thinking that many kilometers on a 2019, this guy was using it for Uber. But what I think is that if it was used for Uber, the guy can't be driving crazy with passengers in there. So it was probably well driven. What it comes down to is battery degradation. If you're going to buy one of these, how much life is left in the battery. And there's one way to check that out, a couple ways to check that out if you're going to buy one of these, but this is how you can do it. So you can use tools like ChatGPT, and you can ask, for instance, in my car, what's a 2019 Tesla Model 3 Standard Range Plus? What's the range? And that's 386 kilometers when new. So you can just look at your display, see how much kilometers you have, and currently mine is saying 178 kilometers at 63%. So you can ask it what my range would be at 100%. Let it do the calculation, and my estimated range at 100% is about 282 kilometers. So therefore, the degradation is about 27% from original. So that percentage is quite a bit on the higher side than I'd like, but I never knew about this when I first bought it. But this is something that you guys can use to see how much degradation the battery has before you purchase it, and help you to make a better informed decision. Let's get to one of the things I don't like, is that this thing does not have a spare tire. So no spare tire. You gotta call roadside assistance or get it towed if you get a flat. Or you can get a spare tire in here and just carry it around with a jack. But that would be one of those things that I would like to have. Another thing is, over here I gotta touch it up again, but the rocks hit up on here, and I sanded this down and sprayed it, but you can see it's wearing out again. So it'd be nice I think it does come with mud guards, but for whatever reason mine didn't have it, so it's good to have mud guards there. So the other things that I found wrong with the car are, let's see, it's very minor, but right here, these clips, I think maybe this is a common problem, have both came off, but you could still use them. Maybe it's a common thing that these things break, but look, you even have a nice LED light here. Okay, now the other thing that went wrong with this is, if you see in my second video after I bought this car, is the auxiliary battery. The auxiliary battery went, but auxiliary battery is just for that controls like your 12-volt system, and that went. I got that battery brand new from Tesla. I think it was only like $100, and I put it in myself. And the other thing, there was a squeaking noise, like when I turned the steering wheel left to right, you'd hear a squeaking noise, and then when you go over bumps, like speed bumps, you'd hear those squeaks, like a creaking noise. And what it is, it's a common thing on these Teslas, is that there's a rubber joint on the control arm. I'll show a video. I'll add a video of how I fix that. But you basically, it's an easy fix. You inject some grease into that joint, and then, now it's totally gone. You don't hear it anymore. And that's pretty much it. I haven't had any more issues. I love the fact that you can just drive this thing and put kilometers on it, and you don't have to worry about gas, the cost of gas. That's the one plus side about this. The other thing, there's no engine, so there's no oil. You don't have to check the oil. There's no coolant. There's no anything else that a normal car needs. You don't have to worry about like a alternator or like a water pump. All that maintenance, oil changes every 3,000 to 5,000 kilometers. That's out the window. No maintenance on this car. Just not even brake pads. You don't gotta change the brake pads. Like, this car is literally amazing. Just a really good car to put kilometers on. And I'm a real estate agent, so going to different houses and different cities, showing houses, this car is just amazing. So other than charging it at home, when you do get this car, you link it up to your phone, and then you can put your credit card information, and when you need to charge at Tesla superchargers, basically you just go to your navigation, and for charging you just hit that, and it will tell you where all the superchargers are, and you're always close to one. You know, if you're in the city, you're always close to one. I never really have to use it unless I'm really staying in the city for long. And then to charge it up, it's like 5 to 10 minutes. You get enough charge to get back home, and you don't really have to worry about where you're gonna go or like how much battery you have, because say you just put let's say we're going down here to Ajax, where one of my listings is. It tells you
drive south on Cotter Street for
it tells you
kilometers.
how long you're gonna get there in, and then it tells you your arrival battery, so how much battery you're gonna have when you reach your destination. And if you don't have enough battery to get to your destination, it will tell you which charger to go to get to your destination. The car is really smart, and takes some getting used to, but I've never been stranded. I've actually one time, if you ask yourself what happens if you get to 0% battery, I was going home and then I was going low on battery from doing a lot of driving. I actually went to 0%, which is bad. You shouldn't do that. But I went to 0%, and then went to like -2, -3, and I made it home at like -3. So you don't gotta worry about it completely dying. But you should never go under like 10%. Another thing I love about this car is the acceleration. The acceleration, honestly, I think it off the line, this thing could probably beat my Lamborghini off the line. It's really fast. This is the rear wheel drive version, and the handling is so good because of the weight of the battery is all on the floor, that it has a really low center of gravity. So the handling is really good on this car, and the pickup is just next level. It's all linear. There's no like gear changing. It's just constant thrust when you hit on the gas. And because you don't have a transmission or anything, you have like all this storage space. Like, look at the size of my water bottle, and I just keep this right here. You know, you got another two cup holders here where I keep Bentley's water. You got storage in here, and the floor at the back is completely flat because there is no transmission. So you got the flat floor. You got lots of storage. You know, your glove compartment is all electronic, and you also have Sentry mode, which you know, you have all your cameras. So if there's any motion, it automatically records, and then you also have a built-in dash cam. So, you know, you got the dash cam to record while you're driving. And what other car, when you go into the settings, you got your toy box here. You got the romance mode. So if you hit that, you can get cozy. It plays a fire for you, and it gets a little warm from the heat that comes out of the vents. And you can play your favorite music and just sit back and enjoy some fire and get a little cozy. Like it's warming up. It has all kinds of things you can do in here. Like, you got the theater mode, which I gotta hook it up to Wi-Fi. You can just use your hotspot, and you got YouTube, you got Netflix. You know, you can make use of this big screen and just chill in here and watch your shows. And because it's not like a gas-powered car where you're idling, as long as you got battery, you know, you can keep the temperature whatever you want in here at that comfortable temperature. And another thing, as soon as you got your phone hooked up to the car, you don't need a key. You just, as long as you got your phone in your pocket, you just walk up to the car, and the car automatically senses you, and the doors open. You just hop right in. You press the gear lever down, and you can just start driving. We can just test out the acceleration here. Just like that, I was up to 80 kilometers an hour. So that acceleration does come at a cost, and that is the more you hammer it, the faster your battery is gonna lose percentage. It can go down pretty quick if you're flying all over the place, but use it here and there whenever you need it to pass some cars, and you'll be good. But it's nice to know that you do have that extra torque and power to pass cars. And so would I recommend buying one of these pre-owned? Absolutely. I would just make sure that the battery degradation is within a reasonable percentage compared to how many kilometers you do have on the car. And other than that, there's not really much to worry about. And if you want to pay the premium, I think it's $100 a month for a premium, then you'll have internet right in the car, so you don't have to use your hotspot, and then you can have full self-driving. So the car will full self-drive, where like it will stop at stop signs, it will make left and right turns for you. Basically, it will take you from your destination from point A to point B. And you can also summon it. So, if you're at, say, like at a mall and the car's in a parking spot and it's raining, you could summon it to come pick you up at the front door of the mall. And also with premium, with the Sentry mode, you can watch your cameras in live time while you're away from the car, so you can see your cameras. You can check in with your dog. How's it doing in the car? And it will give you notifications if your alarm goes off. Someone breaks a window. It will give you that notification right to your car. Okay, so now I'm back home and it's time to charge the Tesla. We're at 48%, and to charge the Tesla, I just get out and I got my Tesla. I got the charging stick right here. Just walk up to it, hit the button, it opens, and just plug it in. And once that turns green, that means we're charging. And you can see there, right away it says 2 hours 45 minutes to reach 80%. And you could adjust with this slider here how much percent you want the charge to end at. So for daily driving, it's recommended to keep it at 80%. And just like that, the car is charging. So the charging cord, this I had hooked up by my electrician, and this is the fast charger, and that goes all the way. Follow that silver wire, it goes to my panel over here, and that was hooked up by my electrician. But you can see how the cord barely reaches. I gotta park on an angle to get it to reach there. If I'm in the garage, it's no problem. And this cord is the 24-foot long cord, and you could see where I had to put it. Usually you mount that thing on the wall. You mount this on the wall, but I just have it on the floor so I can get some extra length. And I have this armor cable that my electrician gave me so that I could just keep it on the floor. But what I did get, that just got shipped to me, is from EVDance, and this is an extension cable for the Tesla. So with this, I can park my car even further on the driveway, and charge it basically at a longer distance. So right now, this is as far as my cable will go, but my driveway is pretty big where I can have more cars in the back. So say I have like visitors, you know, I can now charge it being further back, or say I'm at the side of the house, right? Like I got the Sprinter here, but I can go way into the backyard and I could now charge it over there. So let's try this cable out. The link will be in the description on where you can get one of these. This is their extension cord. That is 60 amps and 40 feet long. So it comes in a nice carrying bag. I have a instruction manual. So it's a Tesla NACS extension cable user manual, and I'm not going to read that. I'm just going to try to use it. So it's a nice thick solid cord. It has this Velcro here. Let's bring this out. And to disconnect from charging, I just press this. That'll release. And you can put this into here. Just like that. Hear the click. And with this end, let's press it. Or maybe gotta press it here. Plug this in, and it is flashing green. So let's go into the car. We can see that we are charging. So this is awesome. I can now charge it pretty much anywhere on the driveway. With this cord, more than enough. Like I can charge it anywhere on my driveway. So let's say that the ATV over here is the Tesla. I can basically be in my backyard, furthest part of my driveway, to charge it. No problem. So that's really handy because before I wasn't able to charge it. This is the furthest I'd be able to charge it from outside the house. If you guys want this cable, the link is in the description below. They also sent me the EVDance level half portable electrical vehicle charger for Tesla. And what comes in here is your adapter, the storage bag, and the charger itself. Now this is a 120 volt charger. So if you don't have this hooked up, in your house, you can bring this, say you stay over at a friend's house, you could plug this into the 120 volt charger, and in case of emergency, or like, yes, if you're visiting someone's house, you got no way to charge it, at least you have this. In case of an emergency, you always have this. It's really good to have, and keep it in your trunk, and you can charge the vehicle like that. So you're always with a charger. Keep this in your trunk. So obviously this is gonna charge your vehicle a lot slower, but at least you have a way to charge your car. And let's just open this. It also comes in a nice bag to carry it around, keep it in your trunk. You have the charger itself, and you also have the supplied cable. So to go into 120 volt, you plug that in like this, remove this, and I never used this before, but we're gonna try it out right now. So let's just say I'm at a friend's house, staying over, and I'm gonna be staying over the night. I'm gonna plug this in and charge the Tesla up. So I'm just gonna go into 120 volt normal house plug. This thing just lit up blue. Just gonna unwind this. And it's long enough that it will reach. So let's press the button. It's gonna open it. Now that's blinking blue, and now it's blinking green. So it says 9 hours remaining to get from 50% to the charge limit, which is 81%. And that's gonna take 9 hours. So the time is 8 o'clock. Say I'm at a friend's house, we're gonna go to sleep at night, wake up in the morning, more than enough time. This is gonna bring me to my 80% charge limit. Oh, sorry, I want to go to 80% charge limit. Yep, and it's gonna take me 8 hours 40 minutes to get to that 80%, which is what you want for daily driving. Okay, and that's how you charge the Tesla. You got the 40-inch cable here, extension, and the 120 volt charger. If you want these, I'll put the link in the description below. Using that link, you'll get an additional 20% off. And yeah, that's basically how I charge it. So charging the Tesla compared to how much gas you're going to pay, just to give you a little bit perspective, I paid there's about $100 difference in my electrical bill compared to when I didn't have my Tesla and when I do have my Tesla. So $100, let's divide that by 30.1 days. It works out to about $3.50 a day to charge the Tesla. Whereas gas, going to the city and back, that would cost me around $20 a day with my small car. Or if I take the Sprinter, it costs me about $35 a day just to go to the city and back. So this significantly saves me a lot of money by driving the Tesla. And even when I do have to go to the charge station, the supercharger, you just press the button at the supercharger, you just plug it into the side of the car, and it automatically starts charging. You don't gotta tap your Visa or anything. It just goes directly into your Tesla account, and you'll see it on your bill, on your Visa bill, whatever. Last time I charged it up, I think I only spent $3.50 at a supercharger to give me enough charge to get back home. So yeah, it's pretty a lot cheaper than gas. So yeah, that's pretty much my take on the good and bad about the Tesla. I'll have more videos coming out on how I fix that squeaking noise on the tires, which was pretty much my only issue, and the 12 volt auxiliary battery. To change that, I made a video on that. You can search my previous videos, and that's pretty much it. But I just want to share it with you guys to see, maybe you are looking for a pre-owned used Tesla because the prices have dropped, and hopefully I can share this with you and it will help someone out. So on to the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.